now recording, good to go. I'm going to push share screen and we are going to get to this. So as I was saying, we have our Tuesday night call. So every Tuesday we have a call. I don't know what this is doing. A Tuesday night call, and usually we have like a guest speaker and all that stuff. And today that is me and my team as the guest speaker. So can you guys still hear me? Can you see me? Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. I think I got it. I think we're good. Okay. So tonight we are just going to talk about getting started in your business and what to focus on, what steps to take from here, what's important, what's not. I heard this on the National Wake Up Call, like overwhelm is the big O word. You just get overwhelmed when you're starting something new. You're starting with a new group of girls. You're starting a new program. Maybe some of you are jumping in for the first time. You're doing your program, the nutrition and coaching all at the same time. That was me. But when you have a heart for this, when you have a passion for this, when you just kind of dive into the community and immerse yourself and focus on your transformation, it is so fun and it is so incredibly rewarding. I am one of Meg's personally sponsored coaches, and I have been a coach with her since March of 2013. And I've had babies, I've been pregnant, I've been nursing, and I love that this has been able to fit into all of those stages of life. You get to choose your work efforts, you get to choose your goals, you get to choose how much action that you want to put into your business. And I think that there's so much power in that because you own your success and you own when you slow down, but it's in your control. So first things first, your main job as a health and fitness coach, as a Beachbody coach, is to focus on your journey. Maybe you were in one of our coaching sneak peeks. Maybe you've been following your coach on Instagram. You probably caught on to the fact that their number one job was to do their workout, follow their nutrition, read their personal development, and share their journey on social media. I always say that if you can do nothing else for your business, if sometimes life happens, you guys, days happen, kids are sick, kids are home from school, whatever the case may be. I have 4, they're 6, 2, and 1. And so life gets a little bit crazy, but I always make sure that my workout is good, my nutrition, I do my personal development, and I share that on social media, that despite what's going on in my life, these are still a priority for me. Okay, so your job is to get to know the products, Shakeology, the performance line, the new collagen. It is to try the new workout programs. Morning Meltdown 100 just is launching next week. It's launched, but it'll be open next week. It's your job to try those programs. It's your job to have a testimonial. It's your job to be able to tell your clients, this is why I love it. Not just because my company sells it, but this is what it does for me. Okay. So, I've been using Shakeology since the beginning. I tell people why I love it. And it honestly is not very much to do with the health benefits of it, because I've been drinking it for so long that my body just functions well. But it is at 11:30 and I'm supposed to run out the door for swim lessons and then drop my kids off at camp. And I know that by the time I get home, it's going to be 2, and that'll be 8 hours since I ate breakfast. And so instead of doing nothing or instead of grabbing fast food, I know that I have this healthy, nutrient-dense shake that takes me 5 minutes to make in a blender that's with strawberries, peanut butter, sometimes chocolate chips, and my collagen boost. And I'm out the door with a good, healthy meal. I grab a couple baby cucumbers and I have a set healthy snack. That's what Shakeology means for me. So I share that on my page. I have a little one. Hey, you need to go upstairs, ma'am.
I don't want to.
Go get Daddy.
I don't want to.
Okay. All right. Hold on. You need to go upstairs.
I don't want to.
I'm sorry. And the second one, love the products. I want you to find the products that you love. I want you to find the program that you love. You might hear the word soulmate workout. Find the fitness regimen that you love. Find the nutrition program that you love that speaks to you. Find the performance line, the Shakeology flavor. Find the stuff that you just gets you super excited and you are excited to talk about and you feel comfortable talking about because you're excited.
I don't want that one.
Tell people about the products and the lifestyle. So we're not just selling the products. We're selling what they do for our lifestyle. Okay, so Energize is a great pre-workout, but I also love that it gets me motivated, it helps me perform better, and it wakes me up because I still have children, obviously, who don't go to bed at a decent time, and my 1-year-old doesn't always sleep through the night. So what about the products are enhancing your lifestyle and making it better? You need to go this way. And then help people change their lives with the products, okay? Help them find, like, they have a problem, and our products are going to offer them a solution to the problem, which is going to eventually and should change their life if they're consistent with it, okay? Taking Shakeology for a week isn't going to be mind-blowing for them. They're not going to notice right away, but when they're consistent with it, when they have your accountability, when they have your encouragement, they're going to slowly change their life with their consistency. And then tell those people they can help other people change lives with the product so they can build a team, which you've chosen to do. And then you plug them in with us, and we're going to go into that in a little bit. But that's your job. Your main job is to focus on you. Get to know the products, find the products that you love, tell people about the products and lifestyle that you're creating, help people change their lives with the products that you are using, and then when they're falling in love with those programs and products, you can invite them to join your team if you want. So use your resources. Biggest blessing in what I have found with Beachbody compared to other MLMs is that we have so much corporate support. Our Coach online office, that's what we pay the $15.95 for, you guys. I would hands down pay like $200 a month for that. The trainings, the national wake-up call, the product training guides, the graphics, all of that is right there for you. You can go to the FAQ, which is also on here. You can go to the FAQ and type in Success Club, and it's going to have all of the information you need about Success Club. You can type in how to be an Emerald coach. It's going to have all the information, how to be an Emerald coach, or what are the ingredients to this. Everything is going to be on that Coach online office and the Coach FAQ. Your team page, so the new and improved Fit Addicted page, if you are with Meg or anyone in the downline, talk to your personally sponsored upline, whoever you enrolled with, and make sure you're plugged into their team page. The Coach FAQ I mentioned, and then YouTube and Google. It sounds silly, but you can type in something in Google and type in Melanie Mitro and all her training videos come up. You can type in my name and all my YouTube videos come up. If you're struggling with something on Instagram or social media or, how to find presets, filters, or whatever it is that you're like, I wonder what that is, type it in Google, type it in YouTube, and there will be a video, there will be a resource on there for you. Make sure you take note, national wake-up calls are Monday at 11 a.m. And they usually have coaches who are doing something really well in the network with their team, and they go live at 11, as well as announcements from corporate. And then new coach mentorship, we do a hustle hour through the week, and you can check into that this 2-week training for our training times.
They're down.
No, ma'am. Okay, so the 4 vital behaviors. These are the things that I think completely changed my life. And so I feel like when people are already doing these, it kind of goes back to that first slide we talked about. Your job is to take care of you. Your job is to focus on you. And if you do these 4 vital behaviors, you will see success in your business. Hold on, I'm texting my husband. Hayden, do you need to go upstairs, please?
Why?
Because mommy is doing a call. I need you to get out, please.
I think it's upstairs.
No, you cannot bring that upstairs. I'm sorry, you guys. This is just life here. You need to be done.
I don't want
I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I love that she had her kid in there with her on the call. Like if I could do my job with just a kid on my lap, how much instead of being like, shh, go get out of here, shh, go. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of work in this.
What?
There's a lot of work.
Yeah. Big reward.
Okay, she's gone. We're good.
Or she doesn't do it.
Okay, so these are the 4 vital behaviors. Super simple. And if you have your Success Club system tracker, this is basically what this imitates right here. Okay, so be proof the products work. So we kind of touched on that already. Your main focus is to be a product. You are your billboard. Your results are going to intrigue people. Your passion for coaching is going to intrigue people. Your excitement for the business, your excitement for Beachbody is what people are going to be drawn to. It's not that Shakeology is Shakeology. They're going to be excited because you have results with it. You are passionate about it. You love it. So they're going to trust you. So you need to be a proof that the products work. Do your workout. Follow the nutrition plan. Don't follow your version of the nutrition plan. Follow the nutrition plan. Use the supplements that fit into your budget right now. Use them all if you can do them all. Try different ones to see how they work for you. Number 2, and I think this sometimes is the hardest part, share, connect, invite, follow up. This second piece is your business, okay? This is where you're posting on social media, you're starting conversations, you're talking to people. Some of you may have been on the call that I did Thursday. I went over how I do this on Instagram, and you can check that out after, sometime this week. But it's about talking to people and connecting with them and just seeing what they need. What are their pain points? What are they struggling with? And a lot of that in this day of social media is happening in one-on-one. So don't be afraid to message somebody and just thank them for liking your page, or thank them for liking your post or watching your stories, and just opening up that conversation. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they said something that stuck with me so much. You might be afraid to send that message, and they might be afraid to send you a message. And that hit home, because you always think oh my gosh, I don't want to send that message. I don't want them to feel weird. And that person is on the other side going, I don't want to send them a message. What if they don't want to help me? Or what if I'm not their cup of tea? Or what if, I have too much weight and they can't help me? They have their own fears going through. They have their own limiting beliefs. But you have something that they need. You have something, you have programs, you have products, you have a community, you have personal development. You have what is going to help them feel comfortable to message someone next time. So share, connect, and then invite them to join your next group. I would encourage all of you to reach out to your direct upline and figure out when the next challenge group is that is going on. When is the next opportunity that one of your new customers can join in on? Obviously we have Morning Meltdown 100. For my team, our big, actually started isn't until August 5th. But we're doing prep week next week. So your team might be doing prep week this week and doing the big workout next week and starting, on the 29th. So make sure you talk to your coach and know when your date is to invite people to. Personal development, 10 minutes a day, you guys, is nothing. It's super simple. I always grab my phone. I actually have this little Bluetooth speaker, and I have it either down here, it's in my bathroom, and it's hooked up to my phone, and I'm able to listen to a podcast while I put my makeup on, and I can usually get like 10, 15 minutes in while I do my hair, makeup. If I'm doing hair and makeup, I can usually get 30 in. But when you start to just kind of weave this into your life, it makes total sense. I listened to a podcast while I went running today. I listened to a podcast while I was driving home from my parents. It's a 25-minute drive. Like, that's so much time to fill your mind with positivity. And that's the key, because our mindset is so powerful, and what we believe about ourselves, what we believe about this business, or what we're capable of doing is what we're going to tell ourselves and what we're going to put out. So if you can commit to 10 minutes a day and start that while you're getting ready, your commute to work, your commute to school. The twins, that they're 6 today, were like, can we listen to music, Mom, and not a podcast? And I was like, yeah, I guess it's fine. But it's good for them too. You know, you're instilling those beliefs and that confidence in them at a young age. And then vital behavior number 4 is get people results. Get yourself results, get your customers results in your challenge group, whether you are running your own or you're working with your upline, and get your coaches results. Now, get your coaches results might feel a little overwhelming because you're obviously brand new. But what that means is if you sign someone up, we are here to help you. We are here to help you mentor them. And what we want for you guys and for them is to have that win and have someone sign up for a 1-year Beachbody on-demand membership. And maybe they try a Shakeology sampler. Like, those are wins. Those are movement in the right direction. And so when you get people results, you start to build that community, and you start to show your audience that it's not just you seeing results with these programs and products. Any questions about the vital behaviors? Okay. The share, connect, invite, follow up, we're going to continue teaching you guys that throughout the week in that group. So make sure you stay on top of those. I think today was the longest post, but it's super important to learn how to share your story. And don't be intimidated by it. Like, I failed miserably. I go back to some of my pictures when I first started, and I was like, I can't believe I posted that. But you start to evolve, you start to find your voice, you start to be confident, you start to know your story. Sometimes you're like, I don't have a story, I'm a mom and I needed to lose 20 pounds, or I gained the college 15 and here I am. Like, you think it's about the weight, but it becomes so much more. So don't hesitate to just start sharing your story and start putting it out there, and you will cultivate your voice. And that's where I think the personal development piece is huge, because there are going to be those aha moments and you're like, oh, yes, like, that's what I need to do. Like, that's totally me. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to those aha moments and write them down. If there's a quote that stuck out with you and you're listening to Audible, or you can bookmark it. On podcasts, you're going to need pen and paper to kind of scribble it down. And then on, if you're reading a book, highlight it. And like, what spoke to you? What word, what thought came to mind? Because that's when your story starts to come alive. All right. Your first goal as a new coach is to help 3 people get started with a challenge pack. Okay. Put this over here. Program and Shakeology, aka a challenge pack. That's what we call it. Sometimes I call it a bundle pack because people are intimidated by the word challenge. So I call it a bundle package, just to kind of lessen the, oh my gosh, it's a challenge group. Like, they get a little overwhelmed when really it's just a support group. It's a community. It's accountability. So here's your bundle pack. We're just bundling all this together so that you get an unbelievably amazing price. Okay. You will also need to have 90 PV on HD to have this count. If you're on Shakeology Home Direct, or you just purchased this month, you're good to go. Make sure that you have that every month. You can check when you go into your coach online office. It'll say that requirement was met under Success Club. So who do you help? Sometimes that can be a little overwhelming. It's hard because I don't want to say go bother your parents or go bother your mom, but think about who could truly benefit from these products. Who in the past has expressed either wish they can make it to the gym but they don't have the time, or they just don't know how to eat well, or they stay consistent for 2 weeks and then they fall off, or They skip breakfast every morning because they're just running out of time. Like, in conversation, people bring up problems that they're having with their health and fitness. And that is our key to listen in. And that's when we say, hey, Mom, this is my mom. True story. I know you're struggling to get breakfast. I started drinking Shakeology. I have a goal to help 3 people this month, and I want to open my make my first promotion. So I need you to help me with this. I'm going to enroll you as a coach. We're going to start you on Shakeology. You're going to try it for 30 days, and I'm just going to have your testimonial at the end, and I want to see what you do. Just drink this for breakfast every day and tell me if you notice something different. Like, I was pretty upfront with them that, hey, these are my goals, but you're going to help me hit these. But also, this is going to solve a problem for you that you've been having. And I just want you to try it for 30 days to see what happens. My mom is still drinking Shakeology 6 years later. So if you have friends and family that have been kind of coming at you or just in conversation with a program or with a pain point, you can, I think sometimes we get a little hesitant because of MLMs lately and being in your face and just kind of, you get a lot of cold messages. But I think what needs to happen is, hey, I know that we've talked about this before. I've tried this. I really loved it. And now I'm paying it forward. Or now my goal is to help people like my coach help me. Is this something you'd be interested to talk about? Have you ever thought about joining me? If you've been a customer for a while and they know what you're doing. That's something I had to think about at Summit. I'm like, I'm ready to be a little bit more bold in my invite. I'm ready to be a little bit more open about the fact that I have amazing programs and products at my fingertips to offer busy moms that can't find the time to work out, can't find the proper nutrition, miss community, quit their full-time job, and now they're stay at home and bills are tight. Like, I have an opportunity for them if they're willing to take it. But they may never know this opportunity is there if I don't offer it. If I don't be a little bit more bold and just ask the question, have you ever thought about, would this be something you'd be interested in? Would you consider trying this for 30 days? So the cool thing about this too is we just started those $10 promo codes. Okay, so all of you, if you are an active coach, should have 3 $10 promo codes in your email. And these promo codes can be used, they have to be used by July 31st, and they can be used on any challenge pack that is $140 or more. Okay, so our Morning Meltdown 100 basic pack, they can choose Shakeology or Performance Line, is $160. With a $10 promo code, it's $150. What do they get? A whole ton of stuff. Okay, 30 days of their choice. I like to say Superfood Snack Saver or Performance Line to help your workouts. You also get VIP early access to Morning Meltdown 100. You also get 12 months access to our entire Beachbody on-demand library. You also get access to my monthly groups where I post daily, I go live, I share my meal plans. You have my accountability as much as you need it. What this breaks down to is about $4.30 a day for Shakeology. If you add in the, 150 divided by 12, it's $12.50. Like, that's crazy. Are you guys hearing me? Like, that's crazy. It's an insane, it's just the value. And I think that's where, as new coaches, it sometimes feels a little overwhelming. But I think when you paint that picture of everything they get, not just for 30 days, but for the year, it becomes not just this quick fix thing. It becomes this lifestyle to adapt if they want. So your first goal is to help 3 people. So what I challenge you to do tonight, is I want you to write down 6 names. 6 names that come to mind. I'm not going to make you message them tonight. So who's that? I just want you to write down 6 names that you think would be your ride or die. 6 people that you think would be open to messaging you or talking to you. Okay. So commit to a boot camp. We kind of talked about this already. You can host your own group or team up with your coach. Your upline would be great. I know for my coaches, I usually have you run with me for the first 3 months. So make sure you message your coach, figure out your date of the challenge group and what kind of challenge group it is.
I'm sticking.
Okay, so become a conversation expert. Your goal is to connect with 3 people per day or 20 people per week. If you're not reaching out close to them, you're reaching out to a conversation. Okay, so you're not reaching out to say, hey, buy this thing and do it today. You're reaching out to someone you would match or you would jive with. Okay.
Funny if I wanted to be in I'm losing my
Hey, if you guys are hopping on for the leader call, we're finishing up the new coach Zoom. So just make sure you mute. Find their need. We kind of covered all this. Find their need and fix their problem. So talk to them. What are they needing in their life? What's their biggest problem? What's their biggest hurdle? When I'm talking to someone and they're like, oh, I'm trying to find a health and fitness routine, I usually ask them, have you tried anything in the past, or what seems to be your biggest hurdle? And that way I know if they've tried Beachbody before. And now I know, like, is it time? Is it, finding the right program? Is it knowing what to eat? Is it being consistent with fitness? Like, figure out what their problem is and ask questions and just kind of soak that all in. Recognize and welcome objections as part of the process. You're going to get them. Okay, you're going to get them. I'm speaking for myself. You can talk to your upline, but when I have a new coach coming up with some objections, I always tell them, snapshot it and send it to me so I can coach you through that. That's my job. I want to mentor you and say, hey, this is how I respond to this. Or the best way to battle objections is to post about them on your newsfeed. So if someone talks about price, you talk about price. Why were you hesitant?
No, we used them all.
And how did you come over it? Or why were you not hesitant? Because you saw the potential, you saw the great deal. Okay, so use your objections as part of your posting process. Use scripts in the file section of the team page. The Fit Addicted team resources, Meg, Abby, and I are usually spot on with sharing what kind of scripting we're sending to new followers, new people interested in Morning Meltdown. So all of that is in the team page. Follow up for forever. You will always be following up with people. So make sure you have your list. You should have, this is the Success Club System Tracker list. So you could have your list, or you could have a notebook, whatever is on there. Okay. We're gonna have to okay, we did this. Your second goal as a coach is to become enrolled in the first 7 days. Okay, that means you plus 2 coaches, 2 active coaches. So you can see it's right here where that green active emerald is. That means active with 50 PV. So if your mom is willing to try Shakeology, I would have her sign up as a coach. If your dad, or your spouse, your boyfriend, your best friend, those 3 people that we talked about, if they're your ride or dies, I would enroll them as a coach. And this is going to help you hit that first rank. It's going to help you get some customers. And we're going to go over this in depth next week. But keep this in the back of your mind as you're sending those invitations out and connecting with those ride or dies that we talked about a little bit earlier. Okay. So sharing on social media. You are a coach. Absolutely. But you are also a mom. You're also a wife. Maybe you're a girlfriend. Maybe you are a fiance. Maybe you're a dog mom. Maybe you travel. Maybe you're dairy-free, or you're gluten-free, or you love this, or you're a baker. Share that on social media as much as you share about your coaching journey. Okay, it's your 5 things that are who you are and what you do, and kind of what makes you you. So mine is my family. I have twins. My faith is super important. I love champagne and candy, devotions, and those kind of things are all things that I share on my coaching journey. If you guys are just hopping on, we are running a little behind. Hayden made an appearance, so I am trying not to rush through this and give the new coaches what they need. So just bear with us for a little bit. at the end of this, if you can see it, before you post, ask yourself what you want them to get from it, and would that their scroll? Would the picture be not eye-catching, but would they be like, what is that? Or, oh my gosh, her transformation. Or, oh, her kids are so cute. Or, I like that bathing suit. And then when they read your caption, are they going to be inspired? Are they going to laugh? Are they going to gain some information? Do they have a tip, tool, or resource that you're sharing with them? It should be serving, not self-serving, not to toot your own horn all the time, but sometimes you have to throw those in there. But how can you serve them? What are they going to get from it? Okay. Power of consistency and patience. So Meg shared this. Remember, if you guys remember earlier, I said, I can't believe I posted something like that. And this is a perfect example, right? So Meg's comment had this, her picture was this 21-day fix with the website up, and then her caption super simple, not personalized, not scroll stopping. It's screaming sales. There's no story. There's no way for them to connect. And now she is here, 5 years later, and here is her story. Okay, it's personalized, it's light and bright, it has a super cute swimsuit. Hello, it's a baby belly. She's sharing her journey about the programs and products, directing people to go to her Instagram stories, and she's telling a story that people can connect with her rainbow baby and just all of the good feels, right? So now look at her likes, 983 likes and 49 comments. So she's still the same person then, but she's done development. She's been consistent in her fitness, nutrition, but also in building her following and building her social media presence. Okay, so we might have to, we'll skip this part and I'll go over it tomorrow. Okay, so what is next? We're going to start going through the 2-week New Coach University. Make sure that you are on the Facebook group, and obviously if you're on this call, you're in there, you saw it. Keep doing that. We're going to run this week, and then next week we're going to have something fun for you guys to follow. Number 2, commit to your program. Drink your shake. Do your daily personal development. A great book to start with is Compound Effect by Darren Hardy, which is awesome. Or I also recently love Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's just really a cool concept of how our habits don't change our life. We change our life by changing our habits. And it's just a super cool concept. Begin sharing your journey, and other people will join you. Kind of what I was talking about earlier. Share the story. Just don't wait for the perfect photo all the time. Don't have to make it perfect. I think sometimes we need to just do it to get used to doing it, and then we can perfect it. We can't edit something, I can't mentor you on something that you are not doing. So you have to take action, and then we can step in as your mentors and say, hey, so proud of you for doing this. Here's how we can make this just a little bit better, tell a better story. Here's how we can have a little bit more lighting. Here's a different angle, and we can mentor you on that. Okay, don't get overwhelmed. Take one step at a time, one conversation, one goal. I don't know where my Success Club system tracker is. I folded it up somewhere, but pull that sheet out and commit to doing those activities. Don't worry about the time slots next to them. Commit to following those activities and working them into your day, and you will see success. You will see growth. You will see people starting to follow you. You will see that growth in your business. Okay, so due by tomorrow, create your dirt list. The friends, the family members, the coworkers that you know, that they love, your ride or dies, like I mentioned before. I told you 6, Abby and Meg are asking for 15. So think about those people in your circle, and your spouse can be one, your parents, your sisters, your sister-in-law, your coworker, your best friend, that person that when you get a new dress, you're like, you have to try this dress on. Call them and say, you have to try this shake. You have to try this program with me. I'm super nervous to do this by myself. You need to come do this with me today. Be open, be excited. I remember Emily and Ashley talked about that, the excitement that they have to do this with some of their friends. For me, that's paralyzing. But for some of you, it might be just what you need to have your best friend do this with you. Okay, so take a quick snapshot of this if you can, newbies. Coach invite and your challenge group invite. Okay, super simple, not salesy, opens it up for conversation, lets them know what you're doing. Can you guys all see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It lets them know what you're doing and invites them to join the opportunity with you, okay? So by tomorrow, invite them as a challenger or a client. I would say, yeah. I mean, tomorrow's Wednesday. You can do this by Wednesday night at 9 p.m. That would be fantastic. That will help you in your business this week. Okay, so first 30 days, hit Success Club 5+. Those are those 3 people we talked about earlier, and become an Emerald Beachbody coach, which is 2 personally sponsored coaches underneath you. And like, big breath over becoming Emerald. We are going to talk about that next week more in depth, okay? But just have it on your radar.
Right.
Okay, I'm really sorry that I feel like I flew through those. For those hopping on, and you probably know Hayden, she hopped on and wanted to say hello for a little bit, and then I had to bring her upstairs. So new coaches, I really appreciate you hopping on. I'm so thankful for you guys. I'm super, super excited for you guys to start your business as Beachbody coaches, to join the entire team, Team Fit Addicted, and we are excited to mentor you and just rock the next 2 weeks. So if you need to hop off, feel free to hop off. I'm going to stop that recording.